Alright guys, today we're going to talk about when she feels grounded around you. So basically, what does that mean when somebody feels grounded around you? That means they trust your character, they trust your presence, they trust who you are to guide them, they trust your decision making, they trust your leadership, and overall they feel safe around you. And why do they feel safe around you? Because they know that if shit was to go down, you'll be there to protect them and you'll be there to decide. You know, being a grounded man is not only being, just groundedness, is being a comforter, a lover, a provider, a decision maker. It's being a man who without a doubt can handle difficult times, especially if your partner is coming to you and and there's an emotional situation or there's a situation that is going on. You need to be ready to calm her emotions. You need to be ready to let her know that it's gonna be okay. I understand. I got you, and we're gonna get through this together. Whether she's having a tough time at a job, a personal situation, an emergency, you have to be the one to set the tone, because she's gonna come to you for reassurance. And if she can't come to you for reassurance, a lot of my clients, and I've asked this as I'm going out doing confidence training, and I'm asking the women of New York City out there, how do you feel about a confident man? They all say one thing: a leader and someone they can trust. They like the man who can plan the date. They like the man that can say, we're gonna go here, we're gonna do this. And it's not a dictator in a way, said, it's my way or the highway. They try to meet in the middle within respect, within boundaries. But the main point is that he is sure of who he is within himself and within his core, that he's able to deliver, he's able to handle what he gotta handle and take care of business. And that safety is the most beautiful thing in the world, because when she feels safe around you, she could be her feminine, childlike self. Because that means all her worries, all her fears are gone. And what I mean by that, they're gone, is because she knows that you will be there to protect her. If something happens, God forbid, that you can handle it, and you are the man who you say you are. You're not putting on some bravado. And a lot of clients that I've trained with, they think that acting like a man is like being a stone or speaking loud or like, oh yeah, I'm gonna turn her on. No, you're completely wrong. Being a man is the guy who can sub-communicate high status behaviors. And what is high status behaviors? It is through his tonality. It is through his ability to give good emotion. It is his ability to create attraction. If you can create attraction, literally, based off your behaviors of how you walk, how you talk, how you speak, how you act, you already put yourself where you have defeated more than 98 to 99% of men, I meant to say, because majority of men use their external factors to create attraction, which is transactional, which is fake. Looks, money, status, height, whatever it is, versus the guys who have internal, being who they are themselves. No, they're not some Giga Chad, Giga Chiron, Giga Chang. They're just who they are. No, they don't have like all this fancy building. They're able to internally attract her, where she feels that energy, where she gets to see a man in action. And that creates long-lasting attraction, because what if you lose that job? What if you get out of shape? Your tattoos will fade. Your status will fade. You'll get older. So how are you gonna lock in? Locking in is becoming grounded, but not to a point where you have no emotion or where you are a stone. People are not attracted to stones. You have to show some vulnerability, and vulnerability is not a sign of weakness. Vulnerability is actually a sign of strength, that you're able to lose some of your groundedness to open up and build trust, which is the most important thing for someone to have. Trust communicates attraction, attraction communicates trust, leadership communicates fellowship and not a dictatorship. And that is extremely important. You want to show that I welcome you to my world with open arms, And I got you no matter what happens at the end of the day. So remember, masculinity is an essence. It is an energy. Oh, it looks like we got some music going on, so let's just give that a little second to pass by. I'm surprised I'm able to do these interviews in these crazy ass fucking streets trying to riff. You guys don't know, I think what I've learned right now practicing this shit, I gotta take like the sideway streets. It's more quiet because the main streets is way too fucking loud. All right, side street. Yeah, so back to what I was saying. Masculinity is essence of energy. It's an aura that is unexplainable. When you see it, you will feel it. And you don't have to be some certain jack, tall guy with tattoos who's intimidating. You just have to be a person who can have presence. And that presence is worth more than anything in the world because you achieved what most men are striving for. Is having that grounded leadership for someone to trust who you are. And trust me when I say it, it's not gonna come with your big ass bragging rights of your notch count. I know so many guys that have a big notch count, which are literally the biggest babies, crybabies when it comes to them getting rejected. Because when they get rejected, they don't know how to handle it because they're just too used to getting spoon-fed their life, spoon-fed results. What I mean spoon-fed results is how he looked on paper was basically why he got attraction from women or from life. And you don't want that because you didn't build a core, you didn't build anything. So it goes back to today's wisdom. Like, comment, and subscribe. Become grounded, the center of the earth, and let her gravitate towards your energy. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one, my brothers.